Today we're gonna make a Cheerios fried chicken with a creamy roasted poblano sauce. So we're gonna be breading our Cheerios, which is super tasty. This is a flour. I'm using brown rice flour. You can use whatever flour you want. And then I'm gonna set up my eggs. And then add a little pinch of salt, because salt's always nice. And I'm gonna add a splash of water and give it a little whisk. So you always wanna season your chicken before you start dunking it in things. That way you make sure it has enough salt. I'm gonna do kind of a double breading. So I'm gonna start with my egg. Then I'm gonna move on to my flour. Make sure you get like a nice fine coating on there. Looking good. Put it back in the egg so you get like a decent breading. This is the difference between when you make it at home or when you go to a restaurant. It's thicker this way. Go to my Cheerios. All right. And we got our breaded chicken. And now we're gonna heat up our oil over the stove. Yes, they're bubbling. So now we get to address our poblanos. So they have been steaming, which means that the skin's gonna be super easy to take off. They're still warm, which is also easier to take off the skin. This can be messy, so I'd recommend getting another bowl and a few paper towels because it makes it easy and you don't have to touch the peppers directly. So you're gonna take your pepper and just kind of run your paper towel on it, and you'll notice how the skin comes right off. So now we're gonna cut off the top of your pepper. Put that in your trash can. Take out the seeds because they're adding a spiciness that isn't so flavorful. It's just kind of an aggressive spiciness. Give it a nice slice. You want them to be ½ an inch wide because it goes pretty in the sauce. Take a clove of garlic. Give it a nice mince. Doesn't need to be too fine. Take a handful of basil and give it a nice chop. I'm gonna use the last little bit of olive oil. So now I'm just gonna cook the garlic until it's aromatic. Give it a little bit of salt right now to release some of its sugars. And now we're gonna add our peppers and our basil. So you basically wanna get everything heated through, so when you add your coconut milk, it kind of deglazes and brings out all of the flavors, which I am now going to add. Stir and bring the heat up super high because you want to reduce the sauce now. All right. Looks beautiful. Super golden. It smells like heaven. Okay, that's looking nice and viscous now. So we're gonna take it off. I think it looks really cool and it tastes awesome if you have a lot of sauce. So I'm going to put it all over the bottom of the plate. So good. So, just hang out for a moment. I'm gonna give one of my chicken breasts a chop through. To avoid burning your hands, I'd recommend using your tongs as your set of hands and give her a cut. You should see a pretty juicy looking chicken in there. The sweetness of the poblano and the coconut go perfectly together, and there's this just beautiful mix with the basil in there. And the Cheerios breading is pretty amazing. I really suggest making this even if it's just by itself. So I hope you enjoy this, and thanks for hanging out with me in my kitchen.